Hello, tuned Hot Wheels collectors. I'm a little late to the game on this one because this came out in 2004. It's the first edition of this Blings Lotus Esprit. As you know, I enjoy my tuned vehicles, and so I also enjoy Lotus Esprits. I think they're really cool looking cars. I don't think I'd ever actually own one of these second generations, even if I won the lottery, because, well, I think it's powered by a 4-cylinder, right? Just don't think that makes sense. The original one is fine, though, because I was in James Bond movies, and so that just makes it awesome. Okay, well, you can see the deformation going on. It's interesting. Basically, the side is very tall, although foreshortened quite a bit, and then the canopy is so squished, it's crazy. Kind of reminds me of some of those Suntory or Wanda cars, which we'll compare to later. So this is a wheel swap project for sure. Although these wheels they put on are pretty nice. It's just a ridiculous car and all. What I'm debating is, do I put on which of these wheels? These 5 spokes. I like them yellow. Or these, I don't know, what is that, 7 spokes? Those remind me of like RX-7 FC wheels. Well, we'll have to see what happens later. Let's see what's going on in the details right now. So it's a nice dark green. It's not metallic though. And then you got the tampo printing on the side, which is pretty nice. One thing that's interesting about these wheels, they do try to mimic the brake system. It would have been nicer if they actually put some dots in there, like a cross drilling. They could have easily done that. But maybe for longevity of the mold, that's why they don't do that. Because they have to pull millions of pieces out, right? But I like this actually has the little side scoop there, as well as the little pressure relief on the side here. This reflector area is also indented, so I'm going to add some paint. The door handle casting is alright. The window's funny. I mean, it does have 3-dimensional molding as part of the window molding piece. So the front, we have some black showing from the plastic base, and then these vents and the turn signals, all nicely done. And, well, the Lotus logo, is it legible? I'd be really impressed. I think it is. I think that's literally the Lotus badge. Granted, it's on a bump. Look at that. It's pretty darn close. I don't know about the U, but I see the other letters. So that's really impressive. I mean, this is from 2004, so I just expect less. Okay. We got some vent details on the engine. And that clear piece is also showing this wing back here. And then this black wing here is a separate piece. And actually, it's not preposterously huge. At least from the back view, they tapered it off to look thinner. Here it's quite huge, but at least the rear view looks nicer. Alright, and yes, there's a lot of molded details for the taillights, the little license plate lights, and then the exhaust tips here have nice depth to them. Alright, so that's how they have to lay up the text on that. Pretty cool. I mean, part of me wants to just leave it the way it is. I think it looks perfectly fine as it is, but then I wouldn't have much else to talk about for the next few minutes, would I? So let me come back. And here we are with some wheels that I saw pictures of. So in this one, because the wheels are so huge, I decided to put a brake system in there. I couldn't find pictures of the actual brake caliper colors. I'm guessing they're just black, but I decided to make them red so they could show up. They are glued to the wheels though, so they spin. This one actually does roll. Not that I really care so much, but alright. So I added a little bit of paint. This is just some silver Sharpie. This is some Vallejo red paint. I kept on trying to get the silver dot in the middle. Wasn't happening. Too difficult. A little black, a little orange there. And I think that's the end of it. Oh, a little black up here on the engine cover. So let's take a look at a couple other cartoonish vehicles. I'll get a higher position here. Set it on slow. Alright. Alright, so I do have a older Lotus Esprit by Chorokyu. So you'll see it's a different type of deformation where the cabin is much taller and the toy is much shorter. Here's a freebie that came with a can of Wanda coffee. I mounted some putty for the wheels. This is a nice toy for something that comes free. I mean, it's just as good as a Chorokyu, I think. Look at all the printing and stuff. So I wish I lived in Japan. I could get a bunch of free toys when I drink coffee. And then Chorokyu Zero is the current overpriced line of super deformed toys from Tomitech. That's an F40. It is nice, but not for the price. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, I think it's cheaper than an RLC, and RLC's probably less detailed than Chorokyu Zeros. Everyone has their own likes and dislikes, I guess. Okay, let's pull out a couple of Hot Wheels, a couple of the other tuned ones, but they're quite different, of course. They're more like Chorokyus. This Volkswagen is very tall, cabin-wise. Same with this Beetle. So, I don't know who designed these, but I think it was Ryu Asada, because it literally says Ryu on this one. But I don't know who designed these Blings. If anyone knows, please leave a comment. I'd like to give people credit where it's due, because I do think this is pretty cool. It's just a different style, though. Alright, so here's the footprint. So you can see it's clearly much bigger than any sort of Chorokyu type of vehicle. And I guess it's time for this thing to take a spin on its own. And let's see, we try to get a cartoon character in these little things. That's a Pokemon. I don't know the name of it though. So, Blings. There's a good chance if I can find these things cheaply, I will get more of them. It's, you know, I've almost actually finished collecting Chorokyus, trying to get one of each casting. If I had to guess, it might be 50 more I need to get before I stop that, but that won't be too long. So Blings is maybe opening a different door for me to continue collecting little cartoon deformed things. But again, I'm not going to overpay for Hot Wheels. Well, then again, I've done it before. Whatever, guys. If you appreciate this video, thanks for watching. And if not, well, we'll try again later. Bye.